the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Mr. Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr.
Good morning, Your Majesty, Excellencies, and a warm welcome to our 16th BIMP-EAGA Summit. The first order of business is the agenda, which I know has been circulated. And are there any additions, amendments that any of the other members would like to propose? Well, the chair hears none, so we adopt the agenda as it has been circulated. Your Majesty, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor and pleasure that I welcome you to the 16th BIMP-EAGA Summit. This year's summit holds a special significance as we mark 8 years of quite remarkable progress since the adoption of our Vision 2025. Since 2017, our cooperation has deepened, our partnerships have delivered tangible benefits for our peoples. Together, we have laid down stronger foundations for inclusive, sustainable, and innovation-driven growth. Our joint initiatives in connectivity, trade, and investment facilitation, food and energy security, ecotourism, and green development have advanced significantly, reinforcing our commitment to narrowing the development gap in our sub-region. As we convene today, let us take this opportunity to not only celebrate these milestones, but to also affirm our shared vision for a more integrated, prosperous, and resilient BIMP-EAGA. The path ahead calls for even greater synergy, innovation, and political will. I am confident that through our cooperation, we will continue to transform these aspirations that we have held into lasting impact for our peoples. Thank you, and I look forward to a productive summit. To set the tone of our meeting today, I would like to invite all of us to watch the short video presentation on the 30th anniversary of the BIMP-EAGA Sub-Regional Economic Cooperation.
The compendium of the 6 documents, namely Kuala Lumpur Declaration on ASEAN 2045, Our Shared Future, ASEAN Community Vision 2045, Resilient, Innovative, Dynamic and People-Centered ASEAN, to the ASEAN Political Security Community APSC Strategic Plan, ASEAN Economic Community AEC Strategic Plan 2026 to 2030, ASEAN Social-Cultural Community ASCC Strategic Plan, and ASEAN Connectivity Strategic Plan. Now, with each strategic plan itself containing its own strategic goals for the whole nation, ASEAN, with their corresponding strategic measures, looking into the APSC strategic plan with 9 strategic goals and 178 strategic measures. Then we have the AEC strategic plan with 6 strategic goals with 192 strategic measures. ASCC strategic plan, 12 strategic goals with 112 strategic measures. And ASEAN Connectivity Strategic Plan, 6 strategic goals with 49 strategic measures. Now, with all the strategic measures itself, it's providing each strategic plan will be translated into specific work plans to programs and activities by the relevant ASEAN organs, sectoral bodies to entities. Now, why does it adopt a 20-year vision? It's a roadmap providing a clear direction for strategic planning and decision-making for all the House of States. And it helps to prioritize initiatives and allocate resources effectively, ensuring that all the initiatives are coherent toward the future aspirations for all of us. An impressive long-term vision providing a benchmark for assessing progress and encourages proactive thinking about potential challenges and opportunities for the ASEAN region. The community of ASEAN continues to be an evolving process with a 20-year vision providing ASEAN member states with ample time and adaptability, with the goals as outlined in the vision. With a long-term vision, contributes to sustainable outcomes, ensuring long-lasting impacts for future generations. We're looking at our head of states, the government officials welcoming into the hall. ASEAN is mindful that the evolving global environment, as well as both the impacts and opportunities of existing and future, will definitely continue to acquire effective and innovative responses. It recognizes that there is a need to strengthen the capacity and effectiveness in order to consolidate the ASEAN community as a whole. Through a peaceful, stable, and secure region based on the fundamental principles that is being governed by the ASEAN Charter, the UN Charter, and international law, including the international humanitarian law subscribed to by the ASEAN member states. Peace with all of us. With a community that sustains, reinforces its centrality through ASEAN-led mechanisms and other relevant platforms, leveraging the strengths in the peaceful conduct of relations among all states, and forging new and potential partnerships with each other, ensuring substantive and mutually beneficial relations. This is a community that is able to project ASEAN position on regional to global issues. We're expecting to witness that ASEAN remains a primary driving force in overall shaping the regional architecture and contributes towards a rules-based international order amidst all of the geopolitical tensions and revolvers. As all members is looking into as a contributor on the maintenance of international peace and security, upholding the rules-based multilateral system and international law, upholding the rights of every single one of us. And as Southeast Asia, especially in Malaysia, there is a zone of peace, freedom, and neutrality. We're free of nuclear weapons and all other weapons of mass destruction. We're showing commitment to maintaining and promoting peace, security, and stability in the region, as all the head of states and governments are preparing for the next agenda in the region. A full respect for legal and diplomatic processes without resulting to the threat or use of force, accordance with the universally recognized principles of international law. Witnessing the arrival of the Honorable Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim, the Prime Minister of Malaysia, for all of the delegates. This is a more globally competitive and seamlessly integrated single market production center with a significant collaboration increase in the intra-ASEAN trade to investment and enhanced global supply chain link that are harnessing its collective impact and influence as a major player in the global economy. We aspire for ASEAN to be the industrial and manufacturing hub for the Indo-Pacific, with dynamic micro, small to even medium enterprises. This is ASEAN, a community with strong and mutually beneficial economic relations with external partners anchored on agreements and other forms of cooperation that maintain ASEAN centrality, generating value for all the stakeholders by bolstering innovation, sharing the knowledge that we all have, building capacities among different nations, and strengthening sectoral cooperations to different countries, different head of states and governments. This is a community that is an integral part of the global supply chain, by streamlining the downstream and upstream production processes, distribution to logistics networks, safeguarding access to all, reaching maximum efficiency, increasing the production scale of all the value added. Our community is economically and financially resilient, among others, promoting the use of the local currencies for cross-border transactions, reducing the region's vulnerability to external volatility, enhancing disaster risk financing, and mitigating the risks impact arising from climate change and environmental degradation. Yes, so preparing for the next meeting, we're not just looking at the heads of government or states, but
Your Excellency,
custodians
Mr.
of values
Ferdinand
that transcends
Romualdez
borders.
Marcos Jr., President of the Republic of the Philippines and Honorable Chair of the Summit, Your Majesty Sultan Haji Hassan Al-Bolkiah Muizzaddin Wadullah, Sultan and Yang Dipertuan of Brunei Darussalam, Your Excellency Mr. Prabowo Subianto, President of the Republic of Indonesia, Your Excellency Datuk Sri Anwar bin Ibrahim, Prime Minister of Malaysia, Your Excellency Dr. Kau Kim Horn, Secretary General of the ASEAN Secretariat, Your Excellency Mr. Masato Kanda, President of the Asian Development Bank, distinguished members of delegations, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A very good morning and welcome to the 16th Brunei Darussalam Indonesia Malaysia the Philippines East Asia Growth Area Summit. Your Majesty, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as we gather here today in Kuala Lumpur, we mark a pivotal moment for our region. For decades, BIMP-EAGA has been a testament to what we can achieve through collaboration, bridging development, fostering economic ties, and enhancing connectivity across our shared borders. This summit is an opportunity to build on our collective successes, from strengthening trade and tourism to advancing crucial infrastructure projects. May our discussions today be insightful, our decisions impactful, and our shared future prosperous. Your Majesty, His Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I now yield the floor to the chairman of today's meeting, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Mr. Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr.
Good morning, Your Majesty, Excellencies, and a warm welcome to our 16th BIMP-EAGA Summit. The first order of business is the agenda, which I know has been circulated. And are there any additions, amendments that any of the other members would like to propose? Well, the chair hears none, so we adopt the agenda as it has been circulated. Your Majesty, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor and pleasure that I welcome you to the 16th BIMP-EAGA Summit. This year's summit holds a special significance as we mark 8 years of quite remarkable progress since the adoption of our Vision 2025. Since 2017, our cooperation has deepened, our partnerships have delivered tangible benefits for our peoples. Together, we have laid down stronger foundations for inclusive, sustainable, and innovation-driven growth. Our joint initiatives in connectivity, trade, and investment facilitation, food and energy security, ecotourism, and green development have advanced significantly, reinforcing our commitment to narrowing the development gap in our sub-region. As we convene today, let us take this opportunity to not only celebrate these milestones, but to also affirm our shared vision for a more integrated, prosperous, and resilient BIMP-EAGA. The path ahead calls for even greater synergy, innovation, and political will. I am confident that through our cooperation, we will continue to transform these aspirations that we have held into lasting impact for our peoples. Thank you, and I look forward to a productive summit. To set the tone of our meeting today, I would like to invite all of us to watch the short video presentation on the 30th anniversary of the BIMP-EAGA Sub-Regional Economic Cooperation.
30 years ago, 4 nations in Southeast Asia, bonded by a shared history and cultural heritage, embarked on an initiative to boost centuries-old trade ties and promote inclusive and sustainable development. Brunei Darussalam, Indonesia, Malaysia, and the Philippines created the East Asean Growth Area, BIMP-EAGA, to boost growth in remote and less developed areas that are far from national capitals, yet strategically close to each other. After 3 decades of cooperation, BIMP-EAGA has made notable progress in the face of many challenges. It has played a strategic role as a building block of ASEAN integration and community building. Insights from years of experience have shaped BIMP-EAGA's cooperation strategy and strengthened project preparation and implementation. Under Vision 2025, BIMP-EAGA is becoming more resilient, inclusive, sustainable, and economically competitive, and is focused on narrowing development gaps by improving connectivity among member countries, advancing green manufacturing, developing competitive, climate-resilient agro-industry and fisheries, and promoting sustainable and connected multi-country tourism destinations. BIMP-EAGA is also enhancing people-to-people connectivity and knowledge sharing through cultural exchanges and cooperation in education and human resource development. Despite emerging challenges, BIMP-EAGA continues to ease the movement of people, goods, and services across borders, and to actively promote private sector-led growth. The implementation of priority infrastructure projects remains firmly on track, with 217 projects as of May 2025, up from 57 in 2017. Flagship projects include the Sultan Haji Omar Ali Saifuddin Bridge, Balang Island Bridge, Sapangar Bay Container Port, and Pangil Bay Bridge. Backed by strong macroeconomic fundamentals, BIMP-EAGA is making meaningful progress toward a resilient and sustainable future, and is charting new pathways beyond 2025. BIMP-EAGA is expanding and reconfiguring economic corridors to take full advantage of emerging economic opportunities. And BIMP-EAGA countries are taking an active role in ASEAN's just and inclusive transition to low-carbon growth, through such initiatives as the Brunei Darussalam Indonesia Malaysia Philippines Power Integration Project. The last 30 years have been a challenging but rewarding journey. BIMP-EAGA will continue to embrace cooperation, rise to new challenges, and advance toward a bright future.
Thank you very much.